Good after morning. How are we all doing? Welcome to twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. My name is Graham Day. It is 10 past 2-ish in the afternoon on a Friday. Not quite 10 a.m. Not quite 10 a.m. Still not the latest scoop we've ever done, man. It's just been one of those days. Multiple calls, multiple emails, meetings, and it's still not over. So it's still not 2031. Is it not? Did I say 2031? What did I say? 2021. Ah, did I say 2021? There you go. That's how busy it's been today. I don't even know what day it is. To be fair, that's not even a busy thing. That's not even a busy today thing. I'm usually the kind of person that will keep saying last year's date, like the year, obviously 2021, until mid-February. I'm that kind of person where it's like it clicks, like at that point in time. I was always slow. No, not generally, but I was slow with that at school. I always remember, I come back to school and you'd write your name and your date at the top of the piece of paper. And for like the first weeks, 2-3 weeks, it was always date, scribble, new date above it, or get the rubber out and rub it out writing in pencil. Obviously, didn't trust me with pens. And it took me 2 or 3 weeks when I was writing it every day to get it nailed. And now I don't write it every day because I work in a digital world. I fire up my PC and the date's there on it. I send an email and people get a date and a timestamp on it. So I never remember what fecking year it is. So 2031, do you know what? It could be, for all I know. No, it's still in the title, is it? Well, there you go. That shows you. I just copied and pasted an old title. Let me update it. 2022. At least we got the right day in the title. Just copied and pasted. Nice. Did we get the right day, 21st of January? It is. Nice. There you go. Should be updated. How we doing? Are we all had a good week? You all set for the weekend? What a week it has been. Obviously, we've only had 3 scoops this week. We usually do the scoop every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if you are new here, hi. Welcome in. Sit down. This is later than build. So this is probably going to be a quiet show. If there is anyone in this stream over the course of the next hour or so, there's even more onus on you guys to get involved because it's later than build. The usual audience have probably got things to do. They've all gone out, they've gone to work, they've gone to bed, whatever it is. So yeah, those of you that are here, there's a lot more pressure on you guys. All right, calm down. I'm only joking. It's not that much pressure. But if you don't know what this show is, you don't know who I am. My name is Graham. Hey, how you doing? This is Ice Cream Uploads, and in true ice creamy fashion, this is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. We go live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads each and every single weekday. Kinda. We usually do. We're usually joined by Mr. Bib, but Bib isn't here. So because Bibby isn't here, we're a man down with half the staff. We're bringing you almost half. Well, it's a bit more than half, but we're bringing you half the content. We're only going live on a Monday and a Wednesday and a Friday. We're still bringing you a PUBG stream on a Wednesday evening and a Saturday morning as well. So do feel free to join us tomorrow morning for some PUBG action from around 10 a.m.-ish until the early afternoon. So do feel free to join us for that, as well as Mondays, until Bibby comes back in February. He's not back yet, so we're going to continue with the 3 shows a week. Anyway, as mentioned, we do go live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads 3 days a week, 10 a.m.-ish, bringing you the scoop. We go through the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. I will give you my thoughts and impressions on those stories, but I also want to hear your thoughts and impressions. If you're in the chat, please do feel free to get involved over the next hour or so. Not only because we are later than usual, we are later than the usual late, let's put it that way. Not only because we're later than usual, but obviously we turn the live stream into a podcast. This live stream goes onto a video on YouTube and an audio podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play Store. There is lots of places where over 105,000 people have listened to this show on demand. So you guys getting involved is not just good for me, but it's good for them. Make sure you do it on their behalf. King Comic, thank you very much for the host. How are we doing today? Hope you're well. By the way, I want to shout out to a couple of reasons I need to shout this person out. I need to shout this person out because not only did they follow the channel yesterday, but they gifted me a sub to Sheepfragger yesterday as well. And I also get to say their name out loud. So, Bag of Dicks. Thank you very much for following and gifting us a sub to a friend's channel yesterday. Bag of Dicks, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for Bag of Dicks. What a name. Nice. Prudes. Is it Prudes? No, it's not even Prudes. It's Purdues. Good morning. Good morning. What time is it for you? Good morning. It's mid-afternoon for us. But how are you doing? Thank you very much for getting in the chat for the first time today. We appreciate that. Loving the afternoon scoop. OG Bibby. It's the one true Bibby. Yeah. How's things? How's things? Nice to see you live. King Comic says, hope guys, hope you're well. Hi guys, hope you're well. We're good. We're good. We're good. Busy all week, but it's fine. It's fine. That's the kind of week that we want to have. Before we jump into the show, let me give you guys a couple of reminders. ! loot drop. That is a command that you can use in the chat, and it will give you details on how subscribers win prizes. Or one subscriber every month bags a prize at least. This month, it was Wiki TV. He bagged himself a game of his choice. He chose Call of Duty Vanguard, and he has had that game already, which is nice because he's got it. And it'll soon probably be free to play on Xbox. Nice, nice. Speaking of Call of Duty, that will be the lead story of the day. We'll jump into that one shortly. Before I do, though, I just want to give you another reminder that !insert coin. We are part of the Insert Coin army. We do stream over on Insert Coin's channel a few times a year. Well, I say a few times a year. It's about once every 6 weeks. I streamed over on Insert Coin on Wednesday afternoons. So, yeah, do feel free to type !Insert Coin. If you want to buy yourself any merch, you can use our code and get 20% off. You don't have to. It's not a hard sell. You don't have to. We don't earn whether you buy or not. So it's up to you. It's up to you. Trigger happiness. Let's go. How's things, dude? Good to hear. Busy as ever. Nice. How's things? Comic? Are you good? You got? Or are you busy as ever? Was you saying I'm busy as ever? Or you're busy as ever? 9:13 a.m. Oh, okay. What part of the world are you in? Jews. What part of the world are you in? I don't know. Is that 9:13? That would be. Are you like? Is that East Coast America ish? Canada? I don't know. What time are we on? Obviously Canada, not Canada. Just in case. Nichio. Hello there. How are we all doing? Welcome into the stream. So you might have seen from our posts on social media, ! socials, if you would like links to all of our channels. Brooklyn, hey, thank you very much for tuning in from Brooklyn. How are you doing? I'm good, thanks, just chilling at the moment, keeping warm. Best player. Yesterday, I was freezing all the way through the day. Today, I am on my third brew. Shout out to Muscle Moose for the Graham Day mug. Nice. Nice cup of coffee. Let's go. So yeah, get yourself a brew. And, do you not have a biscuit as well? Treat yourself. I'll let you. So today's stories, anyway, back into the news, is the fact that Call of Duty, is it going to bring it up? It is. Nice. Sony responds to the Xbox-Activision deal. If you didn't join us on Wednesday, we only had one story. We had about 8 stories, but they were all around one subject, and that is the fact that Xbox has acquired Activision. So any games under the Activision Blizzard banners, be that Hearthstone, be that Call of Duty, be that Crash Bandicoot, whatever, they all now are Xbox titles, which kickstarted a conversation about Xbox exclusivity. Will Xbox keep their games to themselves? These are my toys. I bought these for me, not for you. So we started chewing the fat on that on Wednesday as what we thought, whether we... fine then, don't use my mug. It's the last time I get you anything. Use your mug. Your mug's on display. I don't know if you can actually see it. Let me hit Alt Cam. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't actually see it. It's on display for me. So I have my level 3 helmet, which you can just about see the tip of. I have the PUBG crate, and then next to it we have the PUBG mug. So yours doesn't even get used. Yours is just like museum piece. So hush him out. So yeah, anyway, Xbox has Call of Duty for themselves. They're going to keep it to themselves. They're not going to share it with other people. Or so we started to surmise. Maybe there's a good chance they do keep Call of Duty to themselves. Maybe there's a good chance they share it out because they want to keep the game being as big as it is. And that's kind of where we finished up on Wednesday. We thought, do you know what? I can't see this going to be Xbox exclusive. I can see other games going to be Xbox exclusive, but not PlayStation, not Call of Duty. That's got to stay in the PlayStation, right? Well, that's what PlayStation were hoping. That is what PlayStation were hoping. So this is a little bit of a narrative that will progress over the next couple of stories. So do feel free to to strap in, sit back, and enjoy. Will one day COD just be Xbox only, says King Comic. We will find out shortly. Just about to kick my feet up for the weekend. It's a scorcher down here in South Africa today, melting slightly. Okay, I'll let you off, says David. I don't believe you. If I can't see it, the mug doesn't exist. God damn it. I showed you. You saw it. It's fine. You saw it's real. Okay, so this is the story. Andy Robinson at VGC kicks the show off with Sony responds to the Xbox-Activision deal. We expect multi-platform games due to contractual agreements. So PlayStation parent appears to suggest the new Call of Duty games could remain on its platform. Sony has responded for the first time to Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard and has said that it expects the game to remain multi-platform due to, quote, contractual agreements, end quote. And then we jump into the body of the story, which starts off with another quote. It says, we expect that Microsoft will abide by contractual agreements and continue to ensure Activision games are multi-platform, a spokesman said via the Wall Street Journal on Thursday. Activision creates some of PlayStation's most successful games in the Call of Duty series. Last year, the series was both the first, Vanguard, and third, Black Ops Cold War, best-selling games on PlayStation in the US, according to MPD. So the top 3 games in America on PlayStation, 2 of them were Call of Duty. That's how big a purchase Microsoft has. However, the future of the series on the PS4 and the PS5 was put into doubt following Microsoft's announcement that it will acquire Activision Blizzard in a $70 billion deal. The publisher has had a long-standing content exclusivity agreement with PlayStation for the Call of Duty series, and it's this Sony could be referring to in its latest statement. Such agreements likely cover multiple years. Following its acquisition of Bethesda last year, Microsoft honoured exclusivity agreements for Deathloop and the upcoming Ghostwire Tokyo. 2019's Call of Duty Modern Warfare came with a special ops survival mode, which was exclusive to PS4 for 1 year, while 2020's Black Ops Cold War included a timed exclusive zombies mode called Onslaught. PlayStation users who also receive a number of bonuses for the recent Call of Duty Vanguard, PlayStation users also receive, a number of bonuses for Vanguard compared to Xbox and PC users. Activision Blizzard has said that it has no intention of removing existing games from other platforms once it has been acquired. According to a report from Bloomberg this week, Microsoft plans to keep making some, air quotes, of Activision Blizzard's games for PlayStation consoles. The publication also put the exclusivity question to Microsoft's head of gaming, Phil Spencer, who said, I'll just say to players out there who are playing Activision Blizzard games on Sony's platforms, it's not our intent to pull communities away from it, from that platform, and we remained committed to that. So that quote from Phil Spencer was the quote the other day. PlayStation believes, yeah, but we've got a deal. We have bought in to exclusive content for Call of Duty for many, many years. We have deals in place. We expect Xbox to be honouring those deals. Obviously, the only comments at this point of our podcast, not the world in general, at this point, Phil Spencer has gone, yeah, of course, we've got games. We don't want to cut off other communities for the games that they've got. That's kind of not really saying anything. We don't want to cut off communities from games that they've got in place, the games that they're already playing. That doesn't say anything about the next Call of Duty or the one after. PlayStation obviously started the conversation about we want that relationship to continue. We've got things in place. So that is where we will jump into the next article. Just before I do, let me shout out Vern. Thank you very much for the lurk, dude. Good after morning. Good after morning. OG Baby says, Sony are dreaming, as many commentators have said, you don't pay $70 billion to share. True. Sounds like as the contract is over, they will put COD on Xbox only. Imagine if Netflix bought Game of Thrones and said they would put it on Amazon Prime just as well. Just to be nice. What is this? Okay, I'm closing that. I don't know what that is. Unsolicited links. Ain't got time for that. Do you know? I'm just getting rid. I don't know what it is. Not going to click. If it's an off-topic link, Ask for permission. Ask for permission. We do allow links in chat just because, but yeah, don't ask. We need context. So anyway, Xbox on Call of Duty. PlayStation wants Call of Duty. Xbox surely wouldn't be sharing their games with PlayStation, the enemy, right? Well, actually, maybe that might just be the case. Let me jump into this next article then, before we jump and start dissecting it. Xbox head says that Microsoft has a, quote, desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. That is following the Activision Blizzard acquisition. This is written by Matt Wales at Eurogamer. So this builds on the comments that we had then. We had Phil Spencer going, yeah, of course, mate. We are absolutely going to give you all of the games. Yeah, 100%. Why did you just wink? Oh, I didn't wink. No, we're definitely giving you the games. You're winking again. No, I'm not. That's what it was. This, however, changes things a little bit. So Xbox head Phil Spencer has spoken of Microsoft's desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation following the $70 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard earlier this week. In the aftermath of Microsoft's takeover news, many questions remained, not least regarding how the deal would impact platform exclusivity for all of Activision Blizzard's currently multi-platform titles, including the likes of Overwatch and Call of Duty. Microsoft's initial nods towards the issue were vague at best, with its press release announcing the deal merely saying Activision Blizzard games are enjoyed on a variety of platforms, and we plan to continue to support those communities moving forward. Spencer repeated the same woolly assertions later that day, telling Bloomberg, I'll just say to players out there who are playing Activision Blizzard games on Sony's platform, it's not our intent to pull communities away from that platform, and we remained committed to that. Now, however, Spencer has given his clearest statement yet on how Microsoft intends to handle Activision Blizzard titles following the takeover. Quote, had good calls this week with leaders at Sony, he wrote on Twitter. I confirmed our intent to honour all existing agreements upon acquisition of Activision Blizzard and our desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Sony is an important part of our industry, Spencer added, and we value our relationship. End quote. Spencer's latest statement aligns with claims made by a source in a recent Bloomberg report that Microsoft's future decisions would likely be made on a title-by-title basis, with some Activision Blizzard games remaining available on PlayStation, and presumably Switch in brackets, while others would be Xbox exclusives. It also follows Sony's own response to the Activision Blizzard news, in which it told Bloomberg that we expect Xbox to abide by those contractual agreements, which we've just seen in another article. Once again, that was written by Matt Wales at Eurogamer. So PlayStation says that it expects agreements to be honoured. Xbox says we're gonna honour the agreements. Nice. That's what you like to see. Xbox and PlayStation playing well. Nice. However, I'm not convinced. I'm still not convinced. I am inevitable. He's inevitable. Oh no, that's an aid. Move away! Move away! Move away! Move away! it still chuckles me. Just like hearing the panic in my voice and the just the tones of Timeless with the it's like I want to get you, but I can't. I need. It's good. It's good. Good after morning, Timeless. How are we doing? Good after morning. How are we doing? Wiki. I'll read Wiki. Get active. Show me some cheeks. How we doing, dude? How we doing? SpongeBob SquarePants was an Activision game. Maybe that's the reason for the purchase. You never know. You never know. Of course, COD will be on PlayStation. Money is to be made. They won't cut off a player base that has massive revenue. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't feel like they will do that with PlayStation. I don't feel like they will with Call of Duty and PlayStation. I don't feel like Call of Duty is going to be Xbox exclusive. I think, actually, that's what I was doing. Sorry to interrupt. I was putting, I want to copy a title to put in. Call of Duty on PlayStation. There we go. That's going to be the discussing now title. Let me just put that on. Copy, paste. Boom. Live. Boom. Call of Duty. Can't spell discussion. Call of Duty on PlayStation. Is that going to fit? Yeah, nice. Okay. So I think PlayStation will continue to get Call of Duty. I think this is one of those titles. It is massive. It is PlayStation's number 1 and number, not 2, but 3. Out of the top 3 games in America, 2, okay, I'll do it that way. 1 and 3 are Call of Duty games. Last year, 2 of the top 3 games were Call of Duty games on PlayStation. PlayStation outsold Xbox last year. So Xbox would be taking 2 of the 3 biggest properties in the video games market, console market at least, and turning them into loss leaders, like unnecessarily as well. I don't see that happening. I see Xbox keeping this as it is. However, if you do read the wording, it's nice to see Phil Spencer saying that, do you know what? We value PlayStation. Sony is an important part of our industry, Spencer added, and we value our relationship. That's nice. However, he did just say before that, I confirmed our intent to honour all existing agreements. Existing agreements. So PlayStation and Activision clearly got in a room, and PlayStation said, okay, we want exclusive zombies, we want exclusive content for Vanguard, and your next Call of Duty, and possibly the one after, we'll do a 5-year deal. We'll start off in 2019 and we'll move to 2024. We want exclusive content every year that Xbox doesn't get. Activision have gone, yeah, all right, that'll be 72 bajillion, please. And PlayStation have gone, sold, nice. Boom. Xbox buy them, and PlayStation going, okay, we expect you to honour those agreements. And people are reading between that going, will Xbox stay on PlayStation forever? And that's not really what's being discussed. I think Xbox will honour those agreements because they have to. Essentially, they have to. You can't just inherit a business and go, okay, well, we're not going to do it now. Because then PlayStation will go, okay, well, that's our biggest selling game and our 3rd biggest selling game that you've just shit on. That is worth millions, hundreds of millions to us. So we'll take you to court for that. Plus the reputational damage and stuff off the back of that and so on. So we'll take you to court for hundreds of millions or billions. Depends on how it works. I don't know how the cookie crumbles, so I'm not going to guess at the numbers. Yes, they've spent 70 billion. So you could argue that millions is never here nor there. But still the millions count as well. It's still millions. It's not quids. So PlayStation would have done that. And if Xbox wanted to be taken to court, then they'd have just gone, actually, do you know what, Deathloop, potential game of the year, you're not having that PlayStation. Ghostwire Tokyo, yeah, you're not having that either. They'd have taken those back, but they kept those in place because they value their industry standing. Xbox is currently good guy Xbox. So if Xbox came in and went, those agreements, yeah, fuck that, take us to court, whatever. Xbox aren't going to do that because it sets a bad precedent, it costs them an absolute fortune, and it changes their reputation. So PlayStation will see out that contract. I don't doubt that. And I don't doubt that PlayStation will continue to get Call of Duty after that. Why would Xbox continue to honour agreements and then just go, actually, now we'll yoink it away? Whereas they know that they have a good working relationship with PlayStation. Like over the last 2 years, running Call of Duty games. So I see Xbox continuing to work with PlayStation. Not just say, let's say, I'm saying 2 years. That's me assuming. Let's say there's 2 years left on a 5-year exclusive content contract. Xbox will work through that and make additional exclusive content for themselves, probably, no doubt. But after that point, I think they will go, okay, well, you can have the PlayStation game. You can pay for it, 70 to 90 quid. We will give it away free on Xbox Game Pass, though, to all of our users. Also, we, as Xbox, have just bought Activision. By buying Activision, we've just bought, what was it? Was it the CWL, CDL, the Call of Duty League, or the COD World League? Whichever one, I can't remember one changed into the other. If it's CDL, is the latest one. Call of Duty League has just been bought by Xbox. Xbox has just bought MLG, Major League Gaming. The rumours are that Xbox are going to merge the COD League into MLG and run that exclusively on console, so goodbye PC, using Xbox as the brand. So Xbox are going to run everything. You're going to get the game for free on Xbox. You're going to be able to take part in esports events on Xbox. But it also exists on PlayStation. I don't doubt that that is the way that Xbox will go with that one. That's how I see it going. Sorry to interrupt. No worries. It's all right. That's what the commands are there for. PlayStation could learn a thing or two from Xbox. I mean, they can, but they would be stupid too. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they cut themselves off there, they have done it before, and that is where this whole conversation comes from. Xbox had no intention to cut off the communities from PlayStation, is what Phil Spencer has just said. But that's also what they said when they purchased Bethesda, and we're now starting to see Skyrim already taking those steps. I do feel, though, Skyrim, whilst it's a huge title, if you ask Bibi, it's not Call of Duty. Not in the same way. That annual release that has always engaged users, that's multi-platform. I don't believe Xbox will cut that off. I can't see it. Get active, get out here, Spherehead. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Spherehead, even. Gagad, thank you very much for the lurk. Okay, so sticking with Call of Duty, we now start to get rumors about how Call of Duty is going to advance. We know that Call of Duty, at least for the foreseeable, is going to be on PlayStation. I will be surprised if it doesn't remain on PlayStation for the long haul, with the flip being that, the next couple of years, year and a half or so, we will see that exclusivity that PlayStation has witter away. Is witter away the right word? And it'll disappear, whatever the word is. And then you'll see those exclusivity periods leaning towards Xbox. I don't doubt that. Now we can look at how it's going to potentially evolve in the meantime. This is an article written by Yin-Poole. He's the deputy editorial director at Eurogamer. Usually has a solid tagline, full of a bit of banter and humour, but he's not gone for that today, so I'm disappointed a little bit there, Wes. But Call of Duty could ditch its yearly release schedule. This is a report with the tagline, New Orders. So Call of Duty could ditch its yearly release schedule, according to a new report. According to Bloomberg, quote, high-level employees, end quote, at Activision have discussed ditching Call of Duty's current annualized release schedule, which has been in place since 2005. This follows Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard, a deal expected to go through by the end of June 2023. There is no suggestion that this year's Call of Duty, expected to be Infinity Ward's follow-up to 2019's Modern Warfare, will be delayed from the series' usual slot before Christmas. But if Activision does decide to give Call of Duty some time off, it may skip 2023. Dwindle. There we go. See, neat to your nose. Call of Duty players have welcomed the suggestion the series may take a break, however short-lived. Call of Duty games have an effective shelf life of 1 year before Activision shifts focus to the next game in the series. Fans of 2019's Modern Warfare were disappointed to see that game left behind on Black Ops Cold War's 2020 release, and late last year the same thing happened with the release of Vanguard. In December 2020, I wrote that Call of Duty Modern Warfare deserved a next-gen update and a full-blown second year. Excuse me, do you know what? I actually fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. I've played some Vanguard, and whilst I was surprised at how good it was, Black Ops Cold War dropped back to a period that I wasn't interested in, and Vanguard dropped to a period that I definitely wasn't interested in. So Vanguard's a solid game, just not the content that I want, so I would like to see another one of those. Anyway, moving ahead. Sorry, you can hear me kind of stalling. I can hear my phone and stuff going. I've got someone trying to grab my attention. Okay, yeah. Meanwhile, the developers of Warzone have struggled to integrate Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard into the Battle Royale behemoth, with ill-fitting weapons and other gameplay mechanics causing trouble. Any break will no doubt be celebrated by the army of developers Activision has amassed to fuel its relentless schedule of Call of Duty content, and with Call of Duty Vanguard sales significantly down versus previous games in the series, time off may tackle the Call of Duty fatigue that has clearly set in. According to Bloomberg, Activision employees are optimistic about the acquisition by Microsoft, although there is, quote, trepidation about potential layoffs. There is also a determination to fight for better wages and more worker protections. The deal comes after a turbulent period. Do you know, we don't need to know about the turbulent period. We've spoken about that for the last 18 months. So there we go. 100% need to move away from the early release, says OG Bibi. It'd be great to see what developers like Treyarch can do when they don't have to pump out COD titles. I agree. Dads versus the World podcast. Hey, how you doing? Vanguard is no bueno. The character models are too small to see. I'm not going into mega depth in this in terms of Vanguard is good for me because I'm not interested in it. And to come back to that, that's a long story. I spent months talking about how Call of Duty Modern Warfare is me. I'm a modern day boots on the ground. I want my red dot sights. I want my flash, my flashbangs. I want all of the stuff that you will get in a Modern Warfare, a Modern Warfare 2, a Modern Warfare 3, a 2019 Modern Warfare kind of thing. I want all of those bells and whistles. I want laser sights. I want UAVs and stuff. I don't want a dude in a plane flying around trying to be a UAV, but weirdly pushed into the 1940s. Oh yeah, there's a UAV that scans the area and sees where everyone is. Oh, technology, nice. Okay, but we're now in the 40s and scanning technology like that doesn't exist, so we're just going to say it's a guy in a plane. One guy in the plane is actively telling where 20 different people are. All right, okay. But even still, I thought Call of Duty Vanguard was going to be meh. And I played it. I actually really, really enjoyed it. I genuinely enjoyed it. So we streamed it, I think, on our channel as well as Insert Coin as well. Enjoyed it. It was actually really, really good. So for someone that is against going back and doing World War I, World War II, oh, we've been done that 17 times before. Even the Cold War, Black Ops, we're on like 5 titles of Black Ops at this point in time. It's not for me. It's not for me. That said, I really enjoyed Vanguard. I didn't expect to. I picked it up, I played it, and I really enjoyed it. I haven't been back to it because of the subject matter, but I still really enjoy it. So yeah, when it comes down to character models, I wouldn't know. I didn't look at it in that much detail because I was actually just like, oh, this is actually pretty good, whilst I got annihilated by everyone. Fondle, thank you very much for the host, dude. How are we doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. But thank you for dropping in, Dad's Versus the World. I appreciate you dropping in. First chat as well. Yeah, let's go. Says Fondle. Is how do I say this name? Is it Cabald? We should do Vietnam, Korea, shit like that. See, that's more kind of like more modern day. See, I'm more like, I mean, and I'm full on it. My views are purely ethnocentric. I go by what I see and what I hear, kind of thing. So for me, it's usually you will turn on the news and you will see like. Over the last 10, 15 years, my views have been shaped by the Afghan conflicts and Iraq and so on like that. So I liked Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, because you got like the crash map and stuff like that, which were essentially those environments, almost Black Hawk Down, but a video game. And that's the stuff that I'd seen, and not actively, but through friends that are serving military what's the word? Soldiers. Let's just go with soldiers. They've been through that. So that stuff kind of appeals to me because it's a bit more real. Not that World War II wasn't real. It clearly was. But for me personally, it wasn't. So I like that sort of stuff. But even still, I enjoyed Vanguard. So that for me means it's got to be a decent game in there somewhere. I'm well, dude. How are you? I am good. Just busy. That's why we're doing the scoop at 20 to 3 still. We've been live for 40 minutes. We went live at around 2. It usually goes live around, well, I say we go live at 10-ish. It's usually about 11:30. So even still, our late show is a late show. Tito, did you enjoy Vanguard because you haven't played the series lately and don't have the fatigue associated with the early iterations? Good question. Do you know what? I don't think I did. That could possibly be a part of it. But I played a lot of Warzone. And I played that in... did I even play it in Black Ops timeline? I might not have done. I think I played Warzone whilst Black Ops was out, but before the Black Ops update came to Warzone. So I've played a ton of Warzone, but I haven't played the main game stuff. So maybe no. Do you know what? I'll take it back. Maybe you're right. I didn't play any multiplayer stuff in Black Ops. At all, so it could have been that. Possibly. That said, I did play Modern Warfare. I have played a stupid amount of Call of Duty multiplayer hours over the years, but gave up after about Black Ops called Black Ops 2-ish. So yeah, you might be right. That could be a part of it. So maybe it's not a great game. Maybe it's just it's new to me, and I didn't have the necessary fatigue that everyone else is fitting in with now. So would everyone be happy then for Call of Duty to take the year away, 2 years away, whatever time it is? So OG Bibby, jump back to his comments. It says 100% need to move away from the yearly release. Be great to see what developers like Treyarch can do, Raven Software or Infinity Ward, all of those guys, what they can do if they don't just have to pump out a new title. Would everyone else be happy with that? If you got Call of Duty this year, 2022, and you're not going to get one until 2024, are you happy with that? Does that mean that 9 months in, usually what happens is the game comes out and within 9 months people get bored because, okay, we're waiting for in 12 months we get the new game. So by the time you get 9 months in, you are playing, let's use this last window for example. No, let's use the one before because Vanguard didn't sell that well. You're playing Modern Warfare 2019. You get 9 months into that cycle and everyone's like, Black Ops Cold War, Black Ops Cold War. Everyone starts to lose interest in Modern Warfare. If it's a 2-year cycle, does that even happen as quickly? Because obviously a lot of people, and Yin-Poole within this article said, Call of Duty Modern Warfare deserved the next-gen update and a full-blown second year. Does that become a thing? Would you be happy with that? 2 years of content. Would you be happy with that if you are happy with that? I imagine a lot of people will. Let me jump, before I ask the next question, let me jump back through. So no War of the Worlds version of COD for G. No. I don't want exoskeleton suits, boots on the wall stuff. I don't want spaceships. I don't want old school Messerschmitts and Spitfires. I want like modern day like stuff. So the first Black Ops was Vietnam. I hope Microsoft does great things with these properties. I'd be okay with it only because I'd stick with whatever Infinity Ward releases. Do you know what? Very good shout. That's a very good shout. That said, Treyarch made Call of Duty World at War, which was an exceptional game. That was really, really good. Grenada, release the dogs, and then just the bouncing Betty, game over. COD is like football games. What purpose does the yearly version serve? Warzone showed how it can grow and change. Why not do that with multiplayer and campaigns as additional DLC? Timeless says, yes, I'd be fine with Warzone. I'm fine with that as Warzone will prop it up. Dad vs. the World podcast says, like Modern Warfare lobbies at the moment are broken as fuck. People only get fatigued as they know it's a year's installment. I agree. Dad vs. the World podcast as well. Thank you very much for dropping that follow. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. I'm going to ask, Dads versus the World podcast. What do we cover in the podcast? I'm assuming it's dad stuff. I'm one of those, and I'm podcasting. Yeah, let's go. Give us the details. Give us some shameless self promo. I want to know. Okay, question then. So I imagine that a lot of people, and I know this is a charged audience because we are interested in video games. We're all here on Twitch, a video game platform primarily, talking about video games. So for us to be here, we are going to be the people that and the mainstream. We are going to be the ones that care about the devs or care about the quality of the games. It's not just something pick up and play. So we would probably be happier to say, yeah, take a year off. That's fine by me. I'll play another year. What if, and to use this example, Call of Duty Modern Warfare comes out in 2019. We get Call of Duty Season 1, Modern Warfare Season 1 in 2019, then Modern Warfare Season 2 in 2020. Oh, that's great. For me, Modern Warfare player, what if you're not a Modern Warfare player? What if you are the exoskeleton space running wall running double jumping sort of player? If that's you, Modern Warfare is not your jam. You are out of COD for 2 years. So is that a bad thing from a UX perspective? Are you cutting off certain user bases by having that extension? On the flip side, I could get 2 great years in 2019 and 2020, but 2021 comes along and we get Vanguard for 2 seasons. I'm like, well, I'm not playing Call of Duty for 2 years now then. I mean, obviously I did play Vanguard and I enjoyed it, but if I was just looking at that as a marketing perspective, caveat, I played Call of Duty Vanguard because we were provided copies of the game. I didn't pay for that game and I wasn't going to pay for that game, but we got it gifted and I actually quite enjoyed it. So yeah, there you go. But that example, if I didn't get that gifted, I wouldn't have bought that game. So I would have been without Call of Duty's main game for 2 years, which is... Will people like that? Do you know what? I reckon they will. I mean, look at how many years we had. Battlefield went back to doing... what did we get? Battlefield 5 was World War II, and then Battlefield 1 was World War 1. not interested. Battlefield 5 is a really solid game. I own it. Battlefield 1 was a really solid game. I own it. I even spent time creating my emblem to look like the Mighty Ducks face kind of thing. It's good, but it's not me. So maybe it doesn't matter. People will just play what's put there, I suppose. That's the mainstream. For me, it would put me off for 2 years. If they said, okay, we are sticking with this game for 2 years, and it was World War One, okay, well, I will see you in 2 years' time. I'm going to go play the other one. Not for me. I cover almost anything and everything, mostly parenting stories and current events. Me and my co-host are nerds, so a lot of nerd stuff too. You are welcome around here then, my friend. Dads are the best. I'll play the betas. Dads are the best, by the way, just saying. I'll play the betas and decide then. But yeah, Modern Warfare is an immediate purchase for me. I only got Vanguard because our friends play it, so that's it. No, it's similar. But like I said, did enjoy it. I mean, the thing is, though, I was hoping to enjoy it a lot more because I got the... a big fan of film, Midge. So I got the I said big fan of films and forget what it's fucking called. Scream. There we go. I got the Scream Ghostface skin plus Rambo plus John McClane from Die Hard. Got all those skins with the idea of I gotta play this fucking game, and then just haven't really played it. So god damn it, god damn it. But yeah, there you go. Okay, we're gonna have to wrap things up on this story because we do need to move on. We've got a few extra stories, but we wanted to kick things off, seeing how the landscape would potentially change following Call of Duty's acquisition by Activision, by Xbox, should I say. They purchased Activision, they purchased Blizzard, they purchased all titles in and amongst that branding, and would keep them for themselves or not, as the case may be. I would say for now, we don't have anything concrete other than the words that have been shared by PlayStation, hoping that that Xbox honour contracts that are in place, and comments by Xbox saying that they intend to honour contracts in place. So with that, I would say the next year, maybe 2 years. I can't see it being more than that, but then again, maybe PlayStation's bought a 10-year license. Who knows? Expect Call of Duty to keep coming out on PlayStation. If you're a PlayStation user, you will be able to play the main game. You may not get stuff first. You may not get all of the exclusive cosmetic gubbins, but for the most of it, you're probably going to get stuff. Nice. Next, level 3 helmet challenge helmet to purchase. Ghostface. I actually own a Ghostface mask, and I have owned that for about 15 years, and I tried to find it just around Halloween time with that exact thought process in mind. Can't find it. So that it's in the house somewhere, but in moving things around, don't know what it is. So yeah, I have a Ghostface mask and did have the same sort of thought process, but for now, not so much. I even set up. I can't do it because I was going to tell you. I even set up a surprise, Sydney, sort of like Ghostface telephone voice thing on the Stream Deck, but couldn't find the Ghostface mask. Although, yes, voice mod's dead for now anyway, so wouldn't have been able to show you anyway. But yes. Dude, yeah, I did that too. Rambo, was RoboCop in it? Oh, what? I must have missed that one. I missed... I mean, I tend to pick up skins of things that I think I might enjoy in BRs when I come back to them. So I wanted to pick up the Cobra Kai skin in Fortnite last week, but I missed it by a few days. I was like, yeah, gonna do that. Gotta remember to do that because I'm not playing Fortnite. I've not got it updated. I'll have to start the update going, and then I forget about it for a few days. Anyway, when I did go back to Fortnite, Cobra Kai skins are gone. So I didn't even know RoboCop had been in. Fuck, that's amazing. Oh, goddamn. Trigger Happiness says, I feel like we can expect a lot of new tech accessories and focus on hardware development being released from each console with this merge. If they aren't using exclusive game releases as sales pitches, then I can only see the next most recognizable way to convince buyers to play their consoles is by physically being the better console. But do you know, I agree, but I also disagree. I agree with all of the sentiment, but I also disagree the fact that I think these purchases are a part of that exclusive game release thing. I think you are right, though. I think making consoles the better console are the way that they kind of want to go. At the moment, nobody really has the lead. Yes, Xbox probably has a few extra floppy teraflops, obviously, over PlayStation here and there, but they did last generation, and it didn't mean anything because PlayStation had better games, arguably. Obviously, you can say otherwise, but for me, and clearly a lot of people out there, PlayStation had the better games. Xbox is fixing that now by buying all of the developers. So not now, but in 2-3 years' time, Xbox will be at the point where they will, I mean, not only with the new acquisitions of Bethesda and Activision Blizzard, which obviously hasn't quite gone through yet, but they've been buying up studios for the last 5 years. So we will start to see Xbox going, here's another big exclusive. Here's another big exclusive. Not just the ones we've seen before. So a new Halo we've got, exceptional game. Ask Timeless in the chat, he knows. We've just got a Forza Horizon 5, exceptional game. But that's another one. We could get another Gears game, which obviously Gears 5 came out and it was all right. Okay. But we will start to see new IP coming from Xbox. And at that point, I think, yes, the games will become a little bit more of that exclusive thing. PlayStation goes, The Last of Us is our system seller until next year when Spider-Man is our system seller, until next year when Horizon is our system seller, until next year when God of War is, and that's what PlayStation did. They boom, 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 time after time after time. Xbox will do that themselves. So I think we will start to get more of this. Some games have to be whole of market, because they aren't first party. So if you get a third party that's big enough, like an Epic Games, and then you get Fortnite, you get it everywhere. You get an Activision, you get it everywhere. But Activision doesn't do that anymore now because now they're Xbox. So we will still get Xbox games everywhere because Activision has done it already. Any new games from Activision, I wouldn't be surprised if we do start to see console exclusive software. That's when we get to the hardware then. I mean, PlayStation are already on with their VR headset. We've had PSVR. PSVR 2, we got more details of a couple of weeks ago at CES 2022. So that could be pretty cool. Xbox are also rumored to be working on VR stuff themselves. Was it Oculus? Can't remember. Trying to remember. In the last 6 months or so, we had a story that we covered, and it was Xbox are looking at some form of VR stuff. They want to it was basically, they want to build off what they did with Kinect, but into VR. And it was like, yeah, they're behind though. PlayStation's got PSVR and this, that, and the other. But yeah, I think you will see brands trying to push their consoles into different directions. We never had that before. Xbox tried it in the last generation and paid the price. Everyone wants the games. Give me the good games, the better games, and only the games. But now I think we will start to see what Xbox tried to do last generation when they went, yeah, but you can watch TV. You will start to see more of that. Okay, you can get the games, and the best games, and the good games, and the great console exclusive games. But if PlayStation's got a stock full of really good console exclusive games, and Xbox has got a stock of really console exclusive games, it's like, okay, well, I can get good ones, but which one's best? And then it's like, if one doesn't have games that are clearly better than the others, air quotes, better, then it'll be something different. And I think that's when we'll start to get that. Yeah, but PlayStation has VR and it has Discord and it has this, that, and the other. And then that's when Xbox will come out. It's like, yeah, but we have PC games and we've got Game Pass and we can play our games across console and PC, and you can start on one and you can finish on the other. That sort of stuff. So yeah, I think hardware and software is still up in the air. We will start to see possibly more console exclusivities. And that ties into, sorry, still tangent. I was going to jump off this story, but all the tangents are open up. That ties into something that we discussed last year. It was a cinema background. Someone with a history in film had looked at the way that the video games industry has now started. Xbox, $7 billion on buying Bethesda ZeniMax. And then this guy from the film world said, yeah, okay, that happened in film. One person spent money, and then everyone spent money. Film just got bought up. Oh, you've got a studio. Yoink. Oh, you've got a studio. Yoink. We'll take that. Boom, 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 until everything was gone. And then the studio that had bought a bunch of other studios gets swallowed up by a bigger studio. And we started to see that. Like, Activision has bought up a bunch of studios over the last 10 years, and Xbox has just gone, thank you, we'll take that piece. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do start to see even more of that. EA getting snapped up, anyone else getting snapped up, to the point where you've just got one versus the other. I don't like it. I would much rather have. I didn't think that was going to happen. When I read that article last year, I was like, I can see it, but the video games industry is full of good people that want to share. I want to play my PlayStation with you playing on your Xbox, and you on your Xbox wants to play with this guy on his Switch, and that guy wants to play with her playing on a PC, and we all play together, and yeah, great. But then obviously things just started being bought, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Microsoft would make those titles exclusive. They might do what Sony did with COD and Destiny, where there was timed exclusive extras, but other than that, I think they'll make it universal. I can see that with Call of Duty, definitely. Timed exclusives. Others, we'll see. Anything that's like the annual release or already has huge foundations everywhere, I can see that one definitely having a conversation about being whole of market. Anything new, because one of the things, there was an article that I didn't pick for today because we don't have enough and we're almost out of time already. And it was Activision. Xbox wants to give Activision staff the abilities to jump back into Activision's pool of IP and start something new, not just Call of Duty. And I think that is where we start to see things going, okay, Xbox exclusive. This is just ours. If WoW goes on Game Pass, though, that'd be a game changer. Do you know what? I actually think WoW needs that. I know a lot of WoW players. I'm not a WoW player myself, for disclosure, so I'm not speaking as an authority. I'm speaking using someone else's authority, but isn't it exclusive. But I know a lot of WoW players that are just like, it just needs something different. So WoW Game Pass would be enough to give it an injection, but it kind of needs something else. But Xbox has got the thinkers. It's got brains in that brand, in that stable that can do the thinking that brand needs. WoW takes way too much time, says Lake. Cabal says it doesn't make financial sense to pull the bigger earners off of platforms. Overwatch, COD, I don't think they're going anywhere because they earn money which needs to justify 68 billion. Now, I think timed exclusive maps are something Sony can kiss goodbye to. I agree entirely with that. Xbox is playing the long game, says Timeless. I agree there. Certainly doesn't. It certainly does. That's why I never stuck to WoW. I'm a Warcraft 3 maniac. And StarCraft 1 and 2. Excuse me. Learning from their last-gen mistakes, but buying all the big publishers rather than just using what they had. The Xbox DJ Khaled edition. And another one. Microsoft have invested heavily in AR and not VR. But why do they need to invest? They will just buy someone else. Yoink! The thing is, though, there is a lot of VR devs out there. Maybe not on a hardware standpoint, but from a software. But you will often find that devs with software, like in the early days of something, and once again, this is not my knowledge. This is knowledge that I got from speaking to devs at, I think it was a GDC event at, maybe it was just MCV. No, it was an MCV. Yeah, it was the MCV Awards actually. There was a bunch of developers, and we were speaking with VR developers. And VR, because it's still a bit of a fledgling industry, there's no real, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not the word I want, but I'll use language. There's no real set language for VR devs at this point in time because there's so many different ways that it could branch off, and it's not solidified, and there is no universal. This is the best way. Like the VHS and the Betamax, or you look at Blu-ray and HD DVD. Those sort of examples, okay, do you want a Blu-ray DVD or do you want a HD DVD? Everyone went with Blu-ray, or whichever one had Blu-ray, and then HD DVD disappeared, and we're just left with Blu-ray. We haven't had that realization moment in VR where everyone creates things in the exact same sort of way. You're getting people, like little devs are creating and porting codes, versions of the game across multiple different platforms and so on. So I think it's still not too late for Microsoft to jump in with VR, especially with, like I said, I mean, AR, it's not VR, but they've probably got a bigger starting point than PlayStation had because they had all of Kinect and that sort of AR step into that. So, but AR could be the better platform. Is VR the right way to go? I mean, I think VR over AR myself personally, but I don't know. I love Xbox because they're the only gaming company that's pushing into other venues, especially with the cloud gaming and universal gaming of mobile and PC. I mean, they have a benefit there as well. So Xbox has the Microsoft backing. Microsoft has their own. Microsoft owns the internet. I mean, obviously it's not quite that, but it's close. They own their own web servers. They own massive systems that PlayStation doesn't have when they go back to Sony. So Microsoft can do that because they are light years ahead. Sony has to go, Amazon, can we use your web servers, please? Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. I'll pay you a big chunk of money for it. I like this tangent. Carry on. I think Xbox VR was an April Fool's joke because the story was released on the 1st of April last year, but you never But you never know. Look at the Xbox fridge. Well, there you go. Xbox's April Fools can turn into something. COD relies on player base to last. Exclusivity would hurt it massively. I think it would. I mean, look at platform exclusive shooters. Halo has succeeded, but isn't the same as a Call of Duty. Resistance Fall of Man was Resistance / Killzone, I suppose, was PlayStation's attempt at having a console exclusive shooter. It didn't really do it. Nothing's done what Battlefield has. Not this time, obviously, but previously. Nothing has done what Call of Duty has in that sort of sense. So it is dangerous, so I don't think they would do that. Not going to lie, I want that fridge. Apparently it's noisy, though. Apparently it's super noisy. Also, player base is bigger on PlayStation by a long way, so at the moment, exclusivity likely won't be a thing. Yeah, exactly. Black Friday PlayStation button. Microsoft should just buy HTC. I mean, what, by the Vive, or whatever it's called? Do you know what? You say... Are you saying it jokingly? I mean, you could be, but it could be a thing. You never know. They've just bought fucking Activision. So VR to me is still niche because of cost. It's not just cost as well for me. It's cost versus where does novelty stop and fun become. So when I picked up my PS5, I picked up my haptic sense controller and played Astro's Playroom. And it was novelty. It was quirky. It was fun, but it was actually solid. And do you know what? I expected this to be shit after I got past the novelty, but this is actually really, really good. And VR hasn't really got to that point for me, not entirely. So we have, I want to say Oculus Quest 2, whatever the wireless one is. We have one of those in the studio. We've got PSVR in the studio. And I've tried both of them. The Oculus Quest without the wires and just being able to put it on in the office and stuff was really good. I enjoyed that quite a lot. So for those that don't know, we are Ice Cream Uploads, but we work for a video games marketing agency. So I work for, you can almost see the logo. Not that one, Gel. We work for a company called Jelly Media. We're based in the UK. We're video games marketing. We've got a studio and everything. And within that, we've got multiple consoles, multiple PCs, headsets, VR units, and so on. So I've tried a bunch of them. And I am very, very open to VR. I want to be able to just fucking Ready Player One, stick a headset on, stick my headphones on, get my fucking guns in my hand, and feel like I'm Action Man. Preferably not charging through my PC screen. But I want to do that. I want the full VR experience. But it's not as good. You fire up a shooter like a Call of Duty, you play that on PC, you've got ray tracing, you've got like the massive Verdansk map, well, not anymore, whatever the new one's called. You've got supreme textures, you've got good draw distance and all the rest. VR doesn't have all of that, not yet, because there's so much computing that needs to be done to work out how everything looks and feels from your spot everywhere in 360 degrees. It just doesn't really work. And I'm very much, okay, I can see full 4K, 8K, HDR textures and stuff on my game. I want VR to be like that. And if it's not like that, I just want good experiences. So if anyone's played London Heist, fucking exceptional game on PSVR, but there's just not enough of them. They're always small side projects or indie projects. There's none of that AAA experience in VR, and that's what's missing for me. I'm very much a AAA gamer, as a lot of mainstream players are. I do dabble in indie content, but I'm not. It's not my forte. And VR is still very indie for me. Speaking of Amazon, when is New World coming to console? Are there plans for that? I've not actually seen plans for that. 2022 Nintendo, time to release something exclusive. One thing Xbox can do that PS has done for so long, built-in rechargeable batteries. Do you know what's interesting? Is people don't like that, and people do like that. I like built-in rechargeable batteries. My PlayStation controllers are here, and I have either a cable, or I just stick it on the dock, and that's it. It charges, I pick it up next time, whoosh. My Xbox, I would always have to buy aftermarket parts, be that the official battery pack or like a Venom battery pack or something like that, or I'd sit there with a charger cable in and so on. Whereas I know people that like the ability to change their batteries because batteries die in controllers, although I've never had a controller that has had a problem with the battery, ever, across any console, ever. I've never had that problem. So I really like built-in rechargeable batteries, although I know a lot of people out there don't, so yeah. Like, the fuck, they only recently kicked the power bricks. Wait until the Ready Player One vibe becomes real life. Oh, I've been to events. I went to, I don't know if it was when we were at Gamescom or E3, and it's like full VR setup, and you stand in something. They basically put you in a hoop. That hoop goes around your your waist even goes around your waist, and you stood on not like a moving floor, but you're in like a ball. So yeah, imagine I'm stood in that. My feet are in this. But it's not a rolling floor that goes full 360 degrees. It's just a slidey floor. So you effectively are sliding your feet around the floor. And that's how the game knew where you were going. So that was pretty cool. But I want the full Ready Player One 360 degree floor moving stuff. Yes, please. I was being serious. If Microsoft wanted to get involved with the VR market, and I know they have AR knowledge, then HTC would be perfectly positioned for acquisition. They were once the leading mobile phone player, now turned VR. No, I agree. I do agree. I don't give me an optional battery pack. When the battery dies, I can swap it, not the controller. See, that's the thing. I've never, ever had a battery pack ever die in my controllers. Ever. And I've been using my Scuff controller. I've been using first-party controllers. Do I even have any others? I've got a PlayStation 1 up there. I've had maybe I'm using too many controllers. I don't know. Maybe I'm not using one for long enough. So, but even still, across all of my controllers, I've never had issues where I've had to do that. HTC is too big a company to buy. They don't just make their phones and VR stuff, but also pretty much every other mobile phone on the planet. Every XDA and similar branded smartphone were made by HTC. Just got my first ever Xbox and was shocked that the controller took batteries. What a bollock. Thank you very much for the host, Adverse of the World. How you doing? I appreciate it. See, you clearly like what you're seeing. You've just hit the host. I appreciate that. If anyone else wants to drop a host, we will look after your community as well. You're not live. That's fine. We'll do it. Yeah, me too. That'd be sick. I'm nervous about VR. We're bad enough with mobile phones, he says, typing on a mobile phone. Imagine we all have VR. We'll be like those people on Wall-E. Just there was, what was it the other day? I was in Halifax, PUBG streamer stream, and he was watching a video of Tesla cars that were driving, like, obviously without people touching the steering wheel. And there was a story that someone shared in the chat. There was a big, like, articulated lorry that over Christmas, while the roads and stuff were quieter, they did like a driverless test where this lorry was sent from one place to another, and they had like full-on cameras and stuff all around it, so that if it looked like it was getting in trouble and stuff, people at this remote sort of almost like drone-like facility could just shut it down or take control or whatever. And someone in his chat was like, see, that's just another step closer. Self-driving cars and lorries delivering things for us. We'll soon get a self-driving lorry delivering our stuff to a store. Our car will bugger off to the store for us and get loaded by a robot, and we'll just stay at home and get one step closer to being the boneless blobs that you've seen in Wall-E. So it's the second time this week I've had that comparison. Yeah, they were huge in Android, but they've seriously lost ground in phones and now a non-player. I like having a controller with batteries I can change, but I'll admit my PS controllers have never had a battery die. Yeah, no, I agree. I imagine some people have, though. I have seen that comment a few times, and I don't know whether that's just from people that are talking about it theoretically or not, but I've never had that issue across any of... I've had every PlayStation. I've not had that, obviously. We've only had rechargeable from PS3 onwards, was it? Don't know. Drones deliver Amazon parcels in areas of London, don't they? Yes, I'm gonna tentatively say yes. I don't know whether that was like this is what we want to expect, or an April Fool's sort of thing, or whether it was actually legit. I don't actually know. So I'm just gonna go, yeah, maybe. Anyway, do you know what? Let's stop talking about Xbox and PlayStation.
Alligators are so angry because they got all those teeth and no toothbrush.
Scared the shit out of me. Alligators are so angry because they got all the teeth and no toothbrush. Thank you very much for typing exclamation mark Gators, Mr. iLotus UK. Pence. As I was just saying, let's stop talking about whether Xbox would give PlayStation games, and let's start talking about new games that could be coming out very soon. And let's talk about this game. which is an Xbox game that has been given to PlayStation. Let's go! Completely changing the narrative there. This is written by Vlad Mazanko at The Gamer. It says, Ghostwire Tokyo could launch this March, according to PSN. Ghostwire Tokyo's release date could be officially announced pretty soon. The developers from Tango Gameworks are yet to officially announce the launch date for its next project, Ghostwire Tokyo, but according to a recent PSN listing, the title could arrive in just a few months on March the 24th. The notification with a possible launch date briefly appeared on Ghostwire Tokyo's official page on the PlayStation Store and started spreading across the web. It was quickly removed, although we got our screenshot as seen below. I'll scroll down to that in a second. It appears that the devs could announce the exact date for the game during the next big State of Play showcase, reportedly scheduled to take place in February. Originally, Ghostwire Tokyo was intended to arrive in late 2021, but was postponed into 2022, considering the action-adventure title was already rated by the Korean Games Rating Agency earlier this year. Development must be approaching its final stretch for a plausible spring release. Of course, the recent listing on the product page isn't an official confirmation from the publisher. Fans should probably wait a bit in order for Bethesda or Sony to clarify the situation. We'll keep an eye on any updates to ensure that all above wasn't a simple mistake. There you go. So, you wondered, can Xbox and PlayStation play? Well, they can. They can. They have been doing Ghostwire Tokyo. Although, technically, I know someone within Bethesda, and they have said Xbox owning Bethesda hasn't really changed anything for them. They are still making the games using the same development kits, using the same sort of processes and stuff that they have been doing. They are owned by Xbox now, but they are still making the games as they are. So this was meant to be PlayStation exclusive, at least timed. I don't know if it's entirely, and that is how they've continued. So it shows Xbox can just go, okay, do you know what, it is what it is. We'll hands off. We're here for the long game. We don't just need to fuck shit up now. So nice. It's nice to see this coming to fruition. So I was sat in the audience at E3 2019 when this was announced, and it looked badass. I must admit, Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo were possibly the two best games in that whole conference. I mean, that was kind of easy, to be fair, because we had Doom, which I was kind of more distracted by the fact that Doom had a cool helmet, which I now own. It's up there, the Doomslayer helmet. Thank you very much to Bethesda for sharing that with us as well, by the way. So I was distracted by the Doom helmet, so Doom didn't really get my attention. Fallout 76, they were talking about the Wastelanders update, because at 2019, that was the point when Fallout had come out and it wasn't great. So Fallout wasn't great, so there was only really the other titles to fill the spot, and Deathloop naturally was great. Ghostwire Tokyo was the other one that caught my attention. Both of those being exclusive to PlayStation was a big coup. Now look at how the world, look at how the cookie crumbles. There you go. Look at how the tables turn. Look at how the turntables. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I read it somewhere, but wasn't sure if it was true or not. Yeah, we'll just say it is. Drones, delivering stuff. Nice. Horizon, Sifu. So is Sifu PlayStation exclusive? Is it? If it is, that's completely missed me. Because it's an incredible looking game. I don't know if it was PlayStation exclusive. It's a shame no one did ! Alert. Fuck off. Don't do it. I pooped my pants the other day. Was it you that did it, Tito? Crap me up when I was playing the other day. Did not expect it to be that loud. That's good to hear. As of right now, the one game I am waiting on is the new Fable, or rebooted, whatever it is, lols. See, that one is not my kind of game. That's more of a Bibby game. So I'm Graham. Hey. There's usually two of us on the channel, myself and Bibby. That's more of a Bibby game. Bibby's more of a Fable kind of guy than me. They're still a big fabrication company, is what I meant. The brand, as far as smartphones is as far as smartphones is concerned, is pretty much dead. But the manufacturing side has its hands in everything from TVs, phones, VR to wristwatches for Casio. Yeah, that's the thing. Is it depends on size. There, so if it's just a manufacturing element, then Microsoft probably aren't going to buy that. If it's what they deliver, though, like in terms of if they are exclusive manufacturers of a lot of VR tech, then maybe they could be. You don't tend to see brands going in for the manufacturing elements. I think the only one that's really done that with any major fanfare, I could be wrong, once again, is Apple. I remember seeing Apple buying into the production side of things. Quite often you will see the top end hardware developers and stuff will ship out production to other areas purely because it's cheaper. If you give it to a country in China, you will get China labor costs, which are cheaper. Apple doesn't care. Fine, we'll pay you 10 billion and get 70 billions worth of production. So you don't tend to see companies like a Microsoft or so on buying that, because if they buy into that, then that's a Microsoft company which is founded in America and they're not paying American wages, and it becomes in all this big sort of furore. So they tend to keep away from that sort of stuff. I mean, there's probably plenty of flaws and stuff in there. People can pick that apart. That's not really what I'm here to talk about, though, so I'll just leave it at that. Yes, as far as I'm aware, Sifu is PS only for now. Ooh, I'm more worried about the fact about the future of social media around gaming rather than VR, like a Black Mirror episode based on live streaming. See, I've seen a few Black Mirrors. Didn't watch it all. I gave up on the one where there was a dude running on a treadmill. I kind of we gave up at that point. It was not me. Why do I always get the blame? Because you just typed it. I don't know. Whoever typed it before, you typed it then. Yep, just checked. Sifu is PS4 and PC. PS4, 5, and PC only at the moment. Ah, okay. Well, there you go. I imagine that might change going forward. It looks fecking incredible to Sifu. I'm genuinely looking forward to playing that one. Anyway, let's pick up the pace. We do have to pick up the pace. We are now an hour and 18 minutes in. So that means we're being live for about an hour and 10 ish. If by the time we've taken off the intro and stuff, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 more stories to go. So I'm just going to fly through these now. This is let's count this as a release roundup. If you don't know what games are due to be coming out over the next few weeks and months, this will give you a little bit of a reminder. Not all of them, and not all the stories, because I couldn't fit them all in today as well, just because there was that much news this week. You can tell everyone's back after the Christmas break. So, games that are coming out over the next few months. Obviously, Ghostwire Tokyo, we've just spoken about, could be coming out in March. March 24th is the rumoured date, if the leak is to be believed. Elsewhere, Tom Ivan at VGC says Criterion's Need for Speed game will reportedly be released this year. So EA is also planning to release a Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order sequel in 2022, it's claimed. Big fan. Loved Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. My game of the year when that came out. Electronic Arts reportedly expects to release the next Need for Speed game in the 4th quarter of 2022. According to journalist Tom Henderson, the game's publisher is targeting a September or October release for the title. In March 2021, EA delayed the release of the next Need for Speed game by a year and moved developer Criterion Games into a support role on Battlefield 2042. Laura Mila, EA's chief studios officer, told Polygon at the time that Criterion was still handling the new Need for Speed, which would now be released by March 2023 for platforms including current and last-gen consoles. With EA's then recent acquisition of Dirt, F1, and Grid developer Codemasters enabling its new owner to release racing games on a yearly basis, Mila said there was no need to rush the next Need for Speed. So if you're looking for a racing game, if Forza Horizon 5 it's just giving you the taste, maybe it isn't doing enough for you anymore. Maybe you can't play it because you don't have an Xbox. Well, by the end of the year, you should have a new game. Criterion. Fucking shit my pants. God damn. I did it because of peer pressure. You kept talking about it, so I did it. I shit my pants. Fuck's sake. Gonna have to have a bit of my brew for that. Get my recomposure back. God damn. I think I did actually poo a little. A little bit of poo came out. I got him. Swan. I haven't set up Swans. I didn't want to steal that one. That was yours. Swans. Shock horror. The scoop's running long. I know. It's good news. Let's have a chat. I can smell it. So yeah, Criterion's Need for Speed. I can't remember what I was talking about, but it's coming out later this year. Fill your boots. Nice. I filled my pants. Let's go. So okay. So we've got Ghostwire Tokyo March. Criterion's Need for Speed by the end of the year, and we now have WWE 2K22 is launching on March the 11th, and TimTheTatMan is involved for some reason. It hits different, and TimTheTatMan really wants us to know that. This is written by Josh Coulson at thegamer.com. Let me get rid of the advert. Get out of here. It's been a while since a new WWE game launched. Well, at least one in 2K's main series. WWE 2K20 launched in 2019, and to say the reception was disastrous. Okay, fast forward. More than 2 years later, the release of 2K22 is almost upon us. That was revealed by the most recent and in-depth trailer to date, which you can check out below. WWE 2K22 will launch on all the platforms on March the 11th, 2022. That's unless you opt for the Deluxe or the NWO4 Life editions of the game, which include early access from March the 8th. The trailer features, let me just I'll play it. Nah, I'll keep it muted. The trailer features a who's who of WWE superstars, but also a cameo from popular streamer TimTheTatMan. Tim welcomes us into the WWE HQ before saying hi to Alexa Bliss and then Riddle as he rides past on a scooter. The Tatman then continues to pop up in the background throughout, including a rather amusing scene where Big E and Bobby Lashley are performing mocap for in-game steel chair shots. Perhaps the streamer will be a playable character in the new game. It wouldn't be the first time a celebrity has been given that honor. I'm just going to scroll slightly. A number of other new details have been revealed, including prices: $60 for the standard version. Whilst the PS5 and Xbox Series, the PC version, should I say, the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions will cost $10 more. And there's a cross-gen bundle for $79.99, so $80 to get the cross-gen. So, as the leaks earlier this month revealed, which we covered on Wednesday, Rey Mysterio has indeed been selected to be the cover star of the game. TimTheTatMan gets fucked up by The Undertaker, so let's go. So, if you're into your wrestling games, WWE 2K22 is out in March, as we covered the leaks earlier in the week. So the recap, once again, Ghostwire Tokyo, March. Criterion's Need for Speed, end of the year. WWE 2K, March. And a little bit sooner than that one. Japan's press have now played Pokémon Legends. It's an experience like no other. This is according to Chris Scullion at VGC. Recent hands-on reports call it completely different and exhilarating. So a number of Japanese video game websites have been posting their first impressions of Pokémon Legends Arceus following a recent hands-on event in Japan. Famitsu praised the game for moving the Pokémon series in a new direction, saying, "It's safe to say that this game is completely different from previous titles. The first thing that impressed me when I started playing this was the exhilarating feeling of moving around freely in a vast field." It also reports its report, should I say, also praised the way Pokemon could be found freely roaming around each area, and the excitement in wondering which species would be encountered each time they reached a new one. The ability to ride Pokemon was also commended, with Famitsu's reporter saying it made traversing the open world more exciting, especially when using a flying-type Pokemon. It feels great just to be able to fly freely in the sky, but it's especially fun to look for Pokemon that look small below you, it said. It also detailed a boss battle against an angry Cleaver, which attacks the player while they try to hit it with food to calm it down. The report said this battle was surprisingly difficult for a Pokemon game, but not to the extent that it was impossible to win. Game Watch also delivered a positive preview saying the ability to ride Pokemon strongly matches the worldview, making you feel more like you are adventuring in the Pokemon world, which I personally found to be an excellent system. Do you know what? I will stop there. We don't need to go through all of the previews. What I will do for the time being, though, for those that are interested, is copy this link and drop it in the chat. If you want to read all of the previews, people have started playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, and it's good. Apparently, it's good. I mean, I'm a big fan of the original 150, 151. After that, I'm interested. I mean, I'm still playing Pokemon Go, so I'm interested. I'm more than interested. I'm not really sold by the swords and shields and things like that, because I've kind of dropped off it. I never got what I wanted from Pokemon games, that 3D open world RPG-ish sort of stuff. Pokemon Legends Arceus is the one. This is the one that could make me finally go, okay, I have properly enjoyed a main Pokemon game experience for the first time. That's something new in 20 years. Is it that? More like 15 years ish. Give or take. So yeah, there you go. Pokemon Legends Arceus apparently is badass. That's what we all wanted to hear, right? Right? Nice. I like Horizon, but the setting isn't as exciting. I miss the Horizon 4 Europe backdrop more. Where do we get to? Racing games on control. Oh, it's gone. Racing games on controller or mouse and keyboard. I mean, I can't even compute playing racing games on a mouse and keyboard. I would only be able to do it as a controller or a steering wheel. I don't think I could do that mouse and keyboard. Lotus, you play racing games. Have you tried mouse and keyboard? March the 8th, actually, for me. Well, WWE games are butt juicers. NWO, baby. New World Order. New World Order. Yeah, let's go. £105 for the NW version, though. I know that's a little bit extreme. It's a little bit steep. Hopefully, our friends at 2K will hook us up again. We do have plans for WWE stuff this time. I can't show you, I can't tell you, but I can't wait for it. Edit, this isn't the first time a streamer is being used as a meme. Exactly. God, I can't wait for Arceus. Good man. They have to use streamers to make up for all the wrestlers they fired. Bruh, I need that Pogo code, bruv. I'll hook you up. To be fair, it appeals to me too, and I'm not remotely a Ninty fan. Oh, really? Interesting. Do you have it? Do you have a Switch? Or do you have a Switch but you're not that arsed in general kind of thing? But Pokemon Legends Arceus, I love the idea of that open world feeling. I mean, I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. I know it's a huge thing that Nintendo, it's almost like the cash cow that they don't want to let people milk, because as soon as they've milked it, it's okay, we've got the golden milk, we can fuck off, which is some weird analogy. But everyone wants a 3D over the shoulder, third person, open world RPG-ish thing where you can walk around and see a Pokemon pop up, or where you can get involved in a battle, and it's not just the turn taking stuff. I know that's the foundation of Pokemon, but people want it to go to bigger sort of things, in the same way that GTA went from being a little top down thing to this full huge open world sandboxy thing. People want a sandboxy sort of Pokemon game, and not just the on rail stuff. Sandbox with some on rail story, yes please. And this feels like it's a big step towards that. So there you go. I've played with people who have, and they say it's all pointless to even contemplate mouse and keyboard on any racing game, to be honest. It's not for me. My brain can't even compute it, let alone contemplate it. Nope. Bowser! Mr. IC, how's things, dude? How's things? Did I see you in I think we saw you in the kill feeds on Wednesday, and I did see you in someone else's stream. I dropped in someone else's stream maybe yesterday, and you were in the kill feed on that one as well. So I've seen you in the game-ish, but not in the game. How are we doing? How's your week been? Been enjoying the PUBGs? Nope, don't have a Switch. May consider a Switch light down the line just for it. Oh, nice. I've been waiting for them to go open world, but Nintendo had to wait until Breath of the Wild to be successful to take the step. Yeah, if that's what it is, then I'm okay with that. If it's them just not sure and didn't want to sacrifice Pokemon as the let's give it a go, because whilst Legend of Zelda is a massive game, the whole Zelda series for the Triggermeister. Love you all. See, you got Triggermeistered over your... That's the first time anyone has activated the Optimus Prime alert, and you got Triggermeistered, so let me do it again for you.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime, followed by the
Love
Prime
you
Originals
all.
jingle. Let's go. Love you all. Thank you very much for 4 months. Let's go. Taters Bad, I appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much. Honestly, Triggermeister, just coming in here, taking advantage of everyone's primes. Thank you very much. Although it was Tito that did it. God damn it, Tito. Taters Bad, I appreciate it. 4 months. That's huge. That's a third of an entire year. Thank you very much. Genuinely appreciate it. I'm sorry for the race. It's all right. You tried to be interactive. I'm not gonna have a go at you for being interactive. I'm gonna say you ruined it, but then I'm gonna say it again and just be appreciative anyway. So there you go. Thank you very much. So yeah, maybe that's it. Breath of the Wild and Legend of Zelda was always. Let's leave the Breath of the Wild bit. Zelda was always a big franchise, but it was one that they could have sacrificed because there's been duff Zelda games and stuff over the years, or it's not quite mainstream enough. Breath of the Wild pushed it front and center, 100%. Breath of the Wild got lapsed Nintendo fans and people that had never even really heard of Zelda back. So that was not only a safe gamble, but it was a safe gamble that turned Zelda into something huge. So if that was the proving ground for Arceus, then it's going to be good. Now give me the prize, you bastard. You have to wait until the first Monday of the month, and then we will do the draw. Live or posted into the Discord. Either way, you will see at that point. No fixes. Only for Nietzsche. But we didn't fix that either. Ish. Kind of. No, we didn't. Okay, one more story. I can't give you a prize, but what I can do is give you a bit of information on a free game. If you are on PC, you can get yourself a free game like you can every single week. This isn't sponsored, but it could be if you want to get involved. Epic Games, as the Epic Games Store has now revealed what its next free title is. Daemon X Machina, or is it Demon, but with an A in it? I don't know. It's being confirmed as next week's free game. So the news was announced on Thursday following an earlier leak by Deal Labs user Billy Kun. So it will go free from January the 27th, that's next Thursday, until February the 3rd. Does it tell us what it's replacing? I know we covered it last week, but I can't see. So there you go, Relicta, which is currently free to download. So if you want Relicta, you can get that game for free right now, and then Daemon X Machina will be free to download from next week. You need a PC, you need Epic Game Store. You don't have to download it and install it, although David's had issues with that. So make sure you get it redeemed, get it in your library, and you've got it there to live forever, potentially, asterisk. I really hope they release Ocarina for Switch. See, that game can get in the bin. Not because it's bad, but because that was one of the first games that I can remember giving... Do you know when you jump off something high in a video game and the camera kind of goes down and it gets your stomach a little bit? Just those little wells that you jump down in Ocarina of Time. Not big, but just the way the camera followed you in used to get my stomach. So my cousin would run and jump in it and the camera would go whoop, and I'd be like, whoop, what the fuck? It's like 6 polygons on the screen. How has that got my stomach? But yeah, so it can't really get in the bin. It's a good game. It's a great game. But yeah, that one got my stomach. So there you go. But also... It's got the end of the show. That's the end of the show. Let me give you a quick recap of what we've spoken about. Obviously, the first things we kicked off, which was the majority of the show, is the fact that Sony expects Xbox and Activision to play nice, to honour the deals that have been put in place, the previous contractual agreements, to which Xbox have said, don't worry, we're going to honour them. We're going to stay loyal to the contractual agreements. We then jumped into a separate story, because that was obviously about Call of Duty. We then spoke about the fact that Call of Duty could ditch its yearly release schedule and go into a biannual yearly schedule or something different going forward. It's probably going to be the same for this year, but maybe they miss 2023 and give us a new COD in 2024. We will keep you updated if there are any more advancements on that story, but those are the rumors coming out of Bloomberg right now. Elsewhere, we then jumped into what releases you can expect over the next 12 months. So Ghostwire Tokyo has been leaked, apparently. Not confirmed yet, but it could be coming out on March the 24th. That's a week or two after WWE 2K22, which is coming out on March the 11th. If you want to wait around a little bit longer, Criterion's Need for Speed game is rumored to come out in the last quarter of the year, alongside a Jedi Fallen Order sequel, and a lot sooner this month. Do you know what? Is it out at the end of the month, or is it next month, actually? Do we have the dates? I don't know if we have dates. Well, Pokémon Legends Arceus is out soon, and that's shit hot. And right now, you can get yourself Relicta on the Epic Game Store, and Daemon X Machina following that next Thursday. And that has been your scoop. I appreciate you all for dropping in the stream. Tays Bad for your 4-month sub. Dad vs. the World podcast for the host and the follow. Fondle, thank you very much for the host. King Comic for the host, and I'm going to mention him again because he gave us a follow and gifted us a sub to Sheepfragger yesterday because he has an exceptional name. Thank you to Bagger Dicks for the follow. What a fucking name! Can we all put a round of applause together for Bagger Dicks? Everyone loves Bagger Dicks. Are we a big fan of Bagger Dicks? Big fan, Bagger Dicks. Scoop this! Gestures towards crotch. Okay, let me scoop it. Little scoop. But yeah, that's it. We are done. I appreciate you dropping around, sticking around for the scoop, even though we have been later on in the day. Do you know what? We actually got a decent few viewers in. I thought, the thing is, when we do the scoop so late, nobody's expecting it to be on, so we usually go and have a quieter show, but you've been very vocal, and we've got some new faces and some new names in the chat today, which is nice to see. I appreciate you all. Don't forget that we are going live at 10 a.m.-ish tomorrow morning playing some PUBG. So if you want to see some PUBG, do join us from around 10 a.m.-ish tomorrow as we jump in and play a few hours of the game. Start off your weekend the right way with PUBG on ICU. Let's go. We'll be chasing crates with mates, so if you want to jump in, do feel free to join us then. As well as that, we will be back with another scoop Monday morning 10 a.m.-ish, followed by Wednesday and Friday next week. So if you want to get involved, you can do. Just join us then, or you can help shape our show. All we need, if you want us to talk about any specific stories from the world of video games, is a link to the news story. That's what it is. It's a news show. We discuss the news. So if there's a news article out there that you've seen, you like, and you want to hear our thoughts and impressions, all we need from you is a link to the article plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be 10 a.m.-ish on Monday. on Monday. Nice. Stick around, though, for now. We are going to raid one of our friends. I'm not sure who is live. So if anyone has any recommendations of anyone that we could raid, do feel free to let us know. We will pass on some love onto them. But that's it. Have a good weekend. If we don't see you back here tomorrow, which I absolutely expect to do, by the way. So 10 a.m.-ish tomorrow. Yeah, PUBG, yeah? Yeah, thought so. If we don't, though, have a good weekend. And remember, stay frosty. Stay frosty. Stay frosty.